Ayutthaya, with the full name Phra Nakhon Si Ayutthaya, is a city in Thailand, the capital of Phra Nakhon Si Ayutthaya province. For 400 years, Ayutthaya was the capital of the Thai state. Gazing at her magnificent palaces and temples, travelers from the west had the impression that they see the most beautiful picture they had ever laid eyes on. Once an important center of global diplomacy and commerce, Ayutthaya is now an archaeological ruin, characterized by the remains of Tal Prang, reliquary towers, and Buddhist monasteries of monumental proportions, which give an idea of the city's past size and the splendor of its architecture. Well known from contemporary sources and maps, Ayutthaya was laid out according to a systematic and rigid city planning grid, consisting of roads, canals, and moats around all the principal structures. The scheme took maximum advantage of city's position in the midst of 3 rivers, and had a hydraulic system for water management, which was technologically extremely advanced and unique in the world. The city of Ayutthaya is located 85 kilometers north of Bangkok, between the mouths of the 2 tributaries of the Khao Phraya River, Pasak and Lopburi. The canal that connects them gives the city the appearance of an island. Ayutthaya, although in ruins, is unanimously considered one of the most remarkable and largest ancient cities in Asia. In 1350, Prince Wutong laid the foundation stone of the future capital of the kingdom, which encompasses almost the entire territory of contemporary Thailand and much of the present-day Cambodia. Wutong proclaimed himself king and adopted the name Somdet Phra Ramtibodi I. Ayutthaya remained for 400 years the residence of his 33 descendants, becoming a thriving cultural and commercial center. Merchants from Portugal, England, France, Netherlands, and China established factories here. In 1605, Ayutthaya already had 1 million inhabitants. The country's rulers had troops of Japanese and Persian mercenaries at their disposal, and the city was dominated by 2,000 defense towers joined together. Ayutthaya was at that time undoubtedly among the most influential centers of the East. King Somdet Phra Ramtibodi I surrounded the capital with a mound of earth and palisades, which in 1549 were replaced by a brick wall fortified with 6 strong bastions. For centuries, Burmese armies tried in vain to conquer the city. They finally succeeded, only in the year 1767. The Burmese did not spare any temple, destroyed the royal palace, and beheaded the thousands of statues representing the Buddha, driven by the then widespread belief that his spirit lived in the sculptures. Fleeing that or slavery, the population left the capital. Although the Burmese were soon defeated, it became clear that the city could no longer be saved. Ayutthaya remains a large complex of ancient temples and palace ruins. In 1969, the Fine Arts Department of Thailand began renovations of the ruins, scaling up the project after the site was declared a historical park in 1976. Part of the park was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991. One of Ayutthaya's best-known temples is Wat Chaiwatthanaram, a Buddhist temple located on the west bank of the Chao Phraya River, outside Ayutthaya Island. The temple was constructed in 1630 by the King Phra Satong as the first temple of his reign, as a memorial of his mother's residence in that area. The Wat Chaiwatthanaram structure reflects the Buddhist worldview, as it is described already in the Tripphum Pha Rang, the 3 walls of the King Ruang of the 14th century. The big Prang Pratan that stands in the center symbolizes the mountain Meru, which consists the central axis of the traditional world. Another interesting temple is Wat Kudidao, considered a good example of late Ayutthaya style. Abandoned after Ayutthaya fell to the Burmese in 1767, the site has been partially restored in modern times. Wat Phang Chang is a Buddhist temple located on the east bank of the Chao Phraya River, at the southeastern side of the confluence of the Chao Phraya and Pasak rivers. Built in 1324, some 27 years before the city of Ayutthaya was officially founded, the temple must have been partially connected to early settlements in the area. The large Viharn, the highest building within the temple complex, houses an immense gilded 19 meters high seated Buddha from 1334 AD. Wat Phra Si Sanphet, Temple of the Holy Splendid Omniscient, was the holiest temple on the site of the old royal palace in Thailand's ancient capital of Ayutthaya, until the city was completely destroyed by the Burmese in 1767. It was the grandest and most beautiful temple in the capital, and it served as a model for the Wat Phra cave in Bangkok. In 1350, U Thong, also known as King Ram Tipodi I, ordered the construction of a royal palace in the same area that Wat Phra Si Sanphet stands today. The palace was completed in 1351, and King Ram Tipodi established Ayutthaya as the capital of his kingdom. In its final stage before its destruction, the temple was an impressive structure. Additional facilities were located on a raised platform, the three chedis, which are today the only buildings which have been restored. All other the foundations are still preserved. Wat Ratchaburana is a temple located immediately north of Wat Mahathat. Wat Ratchaburana was founded in 1424 by King Boromarachirat II of the Ayutthaya Kingdom and built on the cremation site of his two elder brothers. The two brothers had fought to their deaths in a duel for the royal succession of their father in Taracha. Chedi Pukao Tong is a 50 meters Buddhist tower in the village of Pukao Tong near Ayutthaya. Visitors can climb as far as landing halfway up the chedi, from which the surrounding rice fields and the town of Ayutthaya can be seen. It was built in 1569 by King Baiyunang of Hongsawadi. The chedi was never completed, and over the next 2 centuries it fell into disrepair. In a restoration during the reign of King Boromakot, a new chedi in Thai style having a square plan with indented corners was built on the base of the ruin. Another attraction of the ancient city is the elephant kraal. The pavilion, utilized as the royal seat to witness the elephants roundup, is situated north of the city island. In the past, wild elephants would be trained here to become war or transport animals. It is thought that in the Ayutthaya period, the stockade was inside the city wall, but this one was built later and was used up until the Bangkok period. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you know other interesting places in Ayutthaya that I forgot to mention, please write about them in a comment below. And remember that you can help our channel to grow by just pressing the like button and by sharing this video with your friends.